not necessarily surprising. Like I said, they're a team who do this often. They have a lot of good offensive prowess, but when it comes time for them to retreat on defense, they can be a little bit hesitant and definitely not as quick to the ball as they need to. So sometimes Vertex can take advantage of that. So far, they haven't really been able to, though. All right, well, never mind. I'm going to take it back. Let me step back a couple of feet here because Caster Curse is going to show its hand very early in the series as we're only a minute 30 in, and Vertex make me eat my words.
Well, you get it done. One maybe good bounce going in their favor and using it to their advantage, I feel like is a chance for them as Osmo gonna play off the sidewall, finds Kuma going into midfield. Sweeper gonna reclaim his touch and beautifully finds the goal. The three-man play working great for Vertex as everyone touches the ball and everyone gets the goal.
Oh my word, taking a page out of their opponent's book here. They saw what CHP pulled off.
At the end of the day, Vertex are just the better squad and not really much you can do in terms of those games where it's just, you know, one team is just better than the other. There's not much wiggle room for them, but there is a chance. This is Rocket League. Anything can happen, but Sweeper going to play off the back wall. Once again, going to find Kuma. It's like poetry in motion, Bass. So beautiful, so perfect, and Kuma going to claim credit.
I gotta appreciate that they're even throwing the nice pass and great shot in chat because they knew how clean of a play that was. So beautiful. Goals like that quickly. You gotta imagine Vertex are kind of second-guessing everything they were doing earlier in this game. They can get themselves a goal right now, though they might just completely eliminate those worries, and they do exactly that. Osmo says, hey, no thanks. Let me just do this all by myself. Gets over Baked Potato, dunks CJM, and they're back on. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. They're going to have to try and hold on to this momentum, but I will say, taking a 3-0 sweep to get into the finals, it's definitely going to give you a lot of confidence going into the next week.
Yeah, but a great touch there from CJM. The Baked Potato will maybe give them some motivation to try and come back from this 2-0 deficit that they have put themselves in this series.
Yeah, getting that offensive pressure and maintaining it for a long time was one of the most beneficial things to happen to Vertex. Oh my word, I was about to stop talking altogether just to see what would happen there. CHP get themselves a pretty easy opportunity on net, and they will continue the offense and eventually find it. And my word, Vertex, that just went from bad to worse there. It just, the panic on the line that developed. Kuma, I think, jumped maybe 5 times within about 10 seconds.
We now have another lead in this game 4, and they are just not even worried about the first 2 games. They are non-existent in their memory right now. And for the side of Vertex, a lot of this offense that we saw in those first 2 games is just non-existent. Baked Potato with a beautiful spinning pass finds CJM in that midfield line, and that will really put a bearer on bad news here for the side of Vertex. Is a beautiful pass from It is really getting difficult now as this pressure continues to mount. Here's Haza off in the corner, has Baked Potato in midfield if he wants it, had a shot on target and just a bit of a whiff, and here's the counterattack for Sweeper. He's going to find it. Beautiful straight shot right down the middle, and Sweeper going to find the first goal for Vertex in this game 4 and look to come back.
Well, I appreciate this play altogether because it was I was going to mention this actually before this play even developed. I was going to say, Vertex, they looked the strongest when they were going for passing plays. I appreciate that they are trying some demo plays now and trying to get in the way of this defense of CHP, but in my opinion, that's honestly not the viable strategy right now. The rotations just aren't built for demos, and, well, the rotations aren't built for defense apparently either, as they give up a very unfortunate goal here with just about 2.5 minutes remaining. Kickoff not going in their favor, but I still stand by.
Baked Potato, he was worried about the demo, worried about the bump, and couldn't really gauge where he needed to be in that moment. So Vertex have a lot to go through, but Osmo is going to get the kind goal. He will find it just like that, about 5 seconds in, 12 seconds to be exact. A bad touch from Baked Potato, a miss from Haza, and Osmo, they're back. You see how far up Osmo is, so they got to be careful, and that is an absolute heartbreaker for them. But now Osmo trying to retrieve it off the back wall. He should find Sweeper for the shot. He's going to go for it off the back wall again. And it will just be a flick over. CGM has Kuma. He's got Osmo to beat. Can he find it? He doesn't get it. It just trickles down. He thought it was going high. It goes low. And after a beautiful 0-second goal line goal that almost went in but didn't, for clarity, they are able to get it out of their own half. There's Cabo in the corner working against Famp, but there is Skux trying to back up his teammate, but just gives up possession anyway. Requiem moving it forward, battling with Rowe for possession, and this midfield so crucial to both these squads. Once again, Cabo bouncing it down. Beautiful play from him to get the extra distance he needs to find the goal.
That was a phenomenal follow-up touch from Cabo. Recognize that, hey, if I can just pop off this wall and get a clean up.
From the top rope, will go off the back wall. Good play from Requiem to distribute that pass out. And now Cabo has a chance against Rowe. Good save from the defender and from Clarity. They have solid defense, but is it solid enough to withstand this Mind Freak offense? Requiem going to go for another shot. It goes to the lower 90, and just like that, a 2-0 lead for Mind Freak with 1:30 left to go in this game.
A really nice pass to center from Cabo there, just kind of pressing the issue, forcing the defense to just a moment. We saw a couple of weird shots, a couple of stunts there. And, well, Mind Freak, they look like they might even get one more to boot here, continuing this play no matter what. We've been on 0 seconds for probably about 20 seconds now, so let's see if they can get one more. Camel, you want to make bets on this one?
No, absolutely not. I really don't. I don't think it's going to happen. Honestly, you know, if they get one more,
they do.
Well, they did. Well, I didn't bet, so it doesn't matter. I lost. Hey, having the stats, it's always good to see. Getting those points, and that's all the momentum you really need, especially
give themselves just a little bit more safety. If they can get that second goal, I'm going to be a lot more confident in their ability to tie up the series. But for right now, Mind Freak are definitely not out of this one yet, but I think that I might just have to call another caster curse because a bump on the line will put Clarity up 2-0.
I mean, he just booty bumped him. Just a smarter play from Clarity, and they're going to take that with a 2-0 lead. That's what you talked about, getting that cushion, and now you have a lot of time to work with if you are Mind Freak, though, to gain an advantage. Lethal going to play off his own touch. Beautiful play off the backboard. Just like that, they find the goal they've been looking for, and Mind Freak have a chance in this game.
All right, well, Lethal said, hey, make fun of me, and then he does.
Really feels like, yeah, they'll push it out once or twice, get a couple seconds with that ball, but after that, it really just becomes Clarity zoning them away and making it so easy to get the shots they want.
100%, and part of that reason, at least in my opinion, as Fant scores their second goal of the game. After not playing that well in game number 2, they've stepped it up in game number 3, to put it simply. This was a heck of a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he might have just assumed that he didn't want to risk it. I mean, the only idea I can think of is he just wanted to waste more time. He felt like 2 goals was enough of a lead with the time he had, and they're just going to get a third one anyway, so it doesn't matter. But Skux finally getting on the board for his team, and it really is a collective effort from Clarity. They have 20/20 vision for sure, as they are down. As we head into this 3-minute mark, it really just feels like Clarity are able to do whatever they want when they are in this Mind Freak half, and there is no option for Mind Freak but to just run away. Another goal line demo coming through, and Clarity going to take full advantage and now hold a 2-0 edge over Mind Freak.
Oh my word, this was a very nice flick.
Absolutely, and I think this will do wonders for Clarity's, mental and their morale. The new bubble team here and looking to make a name for themselves, and this is a big win for this team, for this organization. Cabo might get one for free at the end, but it is too late, my friend, and Cabo will lose out with his Mind Freak roster, with his coach by his side, and just like that. Change. If we get forward, it'll just go right back to Cairo. He'll try to clear it away, wins out that touch, and has a lot of room to work with. We'll go for the pre-jump. We'll go for the goal. Lossie's there. Crazy's there as well. It'll be top 90. Beautiful play coming out from We Back Baby, and they sure are back, as with 1 minute and 5 seconds, they tie up this game.
That was the most nerve-wracking play I have ever seen there. They couldn't quite get the first touch off the backboard. Lossie couldn't quite get a shot, so instead Crazy has to bail them out. If Crazy had missed that shot, that is all 3 players on offense. They are literally throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at their opponents. And unfortunately, even when they do that, they can't quite hold on to a tie. Kickoff goes in favor of GGG, and they immediately take back the lead.
Here's Homie. Playing off a good touch. Multiple players whiffing, actually, so we'll just kind of settle back. Cairo will take advantage. Good bump there. Homie gonna own goal it anyway. Cairo, beautiful play. The chaos erupting from that touch allows him to score.
This was a very heads-up play out of playing this one very aggressively. They want the final shot on target here, and with another offense building, they might just get it. Pass down to the center. Cairo is there, but it's gonna not be in off of that shot. Instead, Crazy with one of the most crazy pre-jumps I've seen in quite a minute.
Just a great touch there, and he's just able to kind of nudge Cairo has to clear it back, and he will do just that as it rolls back towards the other side. Homie, good pass to Ozza, will leak out on defense. Beautiful play, and the team play is there. Beautiful setup from Homie, finds the open man, and Azza just running the offense, running the play. Nobody checks him, and he gets a free.
Grace Gaming Gamers right now, they've got to try and run with this. They know what a viable strategy is. They know that if they can get passing plays, it'll fluster the We Back Baby defense. But I think I might have figured out another way they can fluster them. Demos coming through, and Change will capitalize.
Just simple Rocket League there, playing off the back wall into simple 1-2 touch, crazy, really tough angle.
Mentioned so many different times how much teams need to prioritize their defense, but I think that Greatest Game Gamers are prioritizing it a bit too much. They need to take a risk. They need to throw their players into offense and just take one good offense together and just try and say, you know, screw it. Just try it. See what they can get. Uh-oh, but they're not going to be able to do that if they leave the net open. Again, complimentary of their defense, but it's going to fall at the absolute worst time here. Azza decides to also go for this ball while Change is already... Again, easier said than done, considering how much We Back Baby never give up in a game like this and continue to stay resilient. I have a feeling this is going to be a battle to the bitter end between the two squads.
Absolutely, and we haven't even crossed that first minute of play. Both teams exchanging blows. Beautiful pass from Homie. Flick shot from Azza. It's going to be Homie who just taps it in with the slight ease of his controller. And just like that, the ESL Monthly Champion coming up big. A beautiful shot from Azza, and Homie does a crazy shot from Azza, but it was saved away by the fourth defender of the post, doing wonders there for the side of We Back Baby. This is the chance for Cairo. He's going to find Crazy. He's just going to sandwich his way forward, defeat every one of the defenders in 55 seconds, and finally, Crazy will win the series and move his team on. Proficient on the offensive side here, so definitely going to be interesting to see what happens here for PK and for Solicit. These two teams, last teams to be in the running for the qualification. So one of these teams are going to be going home early. So here comes Cadney coming forward and will not find the net just yet. There's a bump actually onto Sonic. He's going to find Paxi going down. Beautiful off the top rope and making it look so easy for PK. Maybe we should start saying the name in full because already 34 seconds. 4 minutes and 34 seconds. They got the goal.
Maybe it's just kind of shook them. Maybe it's got them a little bit nervous here, but this is not the time to start getting nervous. This is the last series of the day. And again, this one is win or go home. And it seems like Solicit know that because finally they take a shot on target and it's a ripper from midfield.
Beautiful shot coming in from Smash, and Curve was just enough to barely squeak it into the post and able to get the favorable bounce. And just like that, we have a tied game here with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left. So anyone's contest. A beautiful kickoff coming in for the side of PK, but they're not able to convert just yet. Now Sonic flicking it over one, gonna pass it out to Dax. Beautiful team play coming in. The two-man game is strong, and Dax, the super sub, if you're getting passes like that, it's gonna be very, very easy to convert and look like a great player.
What a turnaround from Solicit after going down with such a two ways about it. Now Solicit are going to have to try and rethink everything they've been doing. Yes, their offensive efficiency has been stellar, but like we said, they need to play well on defense. It's something they started to do on the back half of game number 1, but they can't seem to do on the front half of game number 2. 2 in a row to PK, and they take a very convincing early lead. Solicit, they have a little bit of room to improve, and speaking of which, Sonic has to make a desperation save, and then no one is there to follow up again. I'm gonna call it out, and it will be shown here. The caster curse showing its face once again, but this time, I feel like I can't even say this was a curse. This was almost inevitable.
Midfield area will be contested and looks to be taken away by Solicit. Sonic and Smash trying for more shots on target, but they're getting so much done. Can they find the back of net? Finally, the midfield pass will result in a goal. It will be Sonic who claims it away, and the speed finally kills as Solicit getting the board.
Let's see if maybe this turns the tide.
Yeah, it's an absolute heartbreaker, but, you know, at the end of the day, you got to just keep going, and they're doing just that. They're keeping up the onslaught. Sonic once again missing wide to the right, but maybe it's just a pass. He goes low, beats out the defender, and just like that, they're going to almost reach halftime here with a 1-goal advantage, and Solicit have to use this to their advantage. They're using the midfield pass so well.
A lot of teams that really did deserve the win here tonight, 100%, but in my opinion, this is by far the most deserved win. Oh, wait a minute. If Solicit can get out of this game, we're not quite done yet. Caden's gonna prove us wrong as he gets a banger of a shot with 20 seconds left.
That was a great goal, and now
That's it. I gotta say, my guys, we were just calling you a very heavy favorite to finish off the game and to do a great job at the adjustments necessary. Now, all of a sudden, you've got my heart pumping. You might just give away the game, and it's they do. PK from down 0-2 with only 30 seconds left to up 3-2, winning the game. What? Do have this 1-0 here with about 90 seconds gone, but oh no, there it goes. Caden might have a shot, and indeed they do. Just as I mentioned it, it will arrive here. Caster Curse for the bajillionth time tonight, and all of a sudden we're back to 1-1.
Hunter, you know, he's kind of fallen to get something done to pull off this amazing upset after being down 2 goals in about 10 seconds here. They're going to try for Pagsy with a chance. Cadney, though, has the shot on target. He's got the waterfall down. He's going to read a shot. Hunter's there with the redirect in. And just like that, Hunter, who did so well in those previous games, now fighting back.
Never know. The nerves could be settled already. They've had enough time to warm up, and they might just, oh, well, come out swinging. Please tell me. No, CJM missed it. All right, never mind. I take it all back. The nerves are still there. Never mind.
Yeah, it's more of the same, more of the choppy gameplay. And, oh, actually, Leviathan coming in. He's been away from the scene for a while, but it doesn't seem to matter. He's already more warmed up than his teammates.
Oh, my word. That was a nice shot out of looking for, I guess, a replacement, to put it simply, for Caveman Ben for a little while here. Not really sure if this is necessarily a tryout, but it's interesting to see. And, well, they're working a little bit better now. They've tied up the game, but I wanted to hear your thoughts on that, Yumi. With this trio, what your thoughts just overall are.
Yeah, I think it is more of a tryout, as you said, see how they're the ones going for more demos, and that's been very difficult, it seems, to deal with as CJM. And I don't know, that was a little bit of a ghost touch, but he manages to get it past the defender and almost set up a goal here. There's been a lot of possession, all from one end, but I guess it doesn't matter. The counterattack comes out and Zaid will tie up the game.
Well, it's not really going to matter if you can stay on offense the whole time, if you can't go on to defense and stay.
They haven't played that style with Zaid, and now Cobo's on the roster as well. You wouldn't expect it to work, but it seems that all of them are still able to make it work at the moment. Counterattack has been the only goal, and an intercept as well. Well, they're drawing them in and getting the goals from the other end.
I've got my hands up right now, kind of just wondering what on earth Leviathan was thinking with that one. Maybe they're just not necessarily calm.
So when you bring up the stat about the number of shots, 7 shots to 6, it's a pretty low number, especially for the region. And that was even more shots than game number 1. So it's showing it's kind of not a pressure-based game. It is not shot for shot. It is just taking the ball and somehow getting it to the other end of the pitch.
And if you can carry it through the air like that by yourself, you'll be able to take it to the other end of the pitch on repeat. My, oh my, Mind Freak starting to come alive here. They're the mechanics that we were hoping for. And there's another one, Requiem, off the backboard. Cabo and Zaid are both there. And Zadakins will score the third. 40 seconds into game number 3, and I think Mind Freak have finally come alive.
He's just so awkward off the kickoff. But though the shot was straight at him, it was impossible to save. That's got to be frustrating, especially as that means that 3 goals down, it's going to be incredibly hard to come back.
They need to be able to score at least this one. There is no one home. Leviathan, please, indeed, they will. All right, so they're down by 2 now. They've got about, let's call it near 45 seconds apiece for each of these for each of these goals here. I'm not saying it's...
One thing that I felt like Sheesh had going for themselves in the last event was that Cobo and Sprat have played together quite a lot. Well, that didn't turn out too well. There was no real synergy coming out from that roster. So maybe Karka's an improvement, but Gus once again in the right position, playing exactly where his teammate wanted him. Scarf going for the roof pass. That was very difficult to defend.
After we had been so complimentary of the way they had moved around the pitch and the confidence that they had, for them to look so incredibly panicked on defense right now, it's definitely surprising to say the least.
Oh, no. Oh, Kaka. How can you do that to them? He just pops it mid, threatens to go for the pass, but he sees Ames there in an awkward spot, gives a what.
Gonna take what they can get because a goal is a goal nonetheless, and especially for Villains right now, they want to try and get this second game, give themselves a little bit of confidence, because after throwing away the first one, it is not going to bode well. And apparently they're determined to do the same thing in game number 2 as well. Cross-court shot, Ghost gets it freebie.
That was a really dangerous pass in front of net, and Ames
get out of the slump after, I would say, game number 2 or so. They really started to find their form here, and I don't necessarily know if we've gotten there quite yet, but as I mentioned, someone has to score. Sheesh will answer my call here. A nice passing play, 1, 2, 3, and they will find their third.
Well, that's at least the hesitation.
The center wants a shot, can't quite get the touch, so instead it's up to Sprat here. Playing it out of their back end, wants the aerial, pass out to Kaka, shot on target, and there we go. Sheesh back in the lead here with 3.5 minutes remaining.
Sprat made up for it beautifully as well. Reads the roof, gets the extra touch, doesn't go slowly. So why not take advantage of that? They did it with class right there.
Definitely a great way to open up the scoreline, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough because immediately off of kickoff, Sheesh find themselves a kickoff goal and the lead once again. Reversal last time, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it Villains, who Sheesh endured a bunch of kickoff goals?
Yeah, maybe they practiced a little bit, or maybe Cobo is bad at kickoffs. Because now that they've got Kaka here, it seems to be perfectly fine, or even in their favor.
Hey, listen, Cabo, if you're hearing this right now, we're blaming you for the fact that you guys couldn't win a kickoff. And Sheesh, apparently, yeah, indeed, Kaka, they can do the most with every single kickoff given.
Yeah, they've been able to really put them on the back foot.
Might even give themselves another goal here. Off the backboard, Ghost is there, but it's off the crossbar, and they clear it out to boot. Didn't necessarily need the second touch, and no, please tell me this isn't going in. Villains Esports, after they somehow survive on defense, get a goal on the other end.
Yep's in chat. That's all you need. There was 2 players missing that, by the way. 2 players missing. Counterattacks were just too good. But that just means that we didn't get to see too much of the attack either. Or I guess that midfield play coming out. And this is the first opportunity. It should be a goal, and it is. And it's a counterattack the other way this time.
Counterattack's the name of the game right now today. People are realizing that everybody's starting to get a little bit jumpy. The defense has started off.
Still the returning champions, so nothing to really take it down today, but CHP or CJP as they've been changing. Oh no, Sprat's got an open net and he doesn't miss it. It's the first goal, and it was just such a strong 50 here by Ghost.
All right, well, I guess that you don't need to have extended stays on offense if you're going to get an open net.
Last chance here, and it's taken away by Kaka. Takes it to the other end.
Maybe CJP can get something together here, but it's looking pretty unlikely as Sheesh might even actually get themselves another goal. Indeed, they do. Sheesh, after struggling to get a lot of good offensive pressure here, they've started to, honestly, I'd say, turn this one around entirely. Overwhelming pressure in the final goal of the game. Kaka can't quite make the touch, and instead it goes into the corner. But again, CJP looking really hesitant on defense right now.
And Kaka once again playing aggressively, finishing his shots. It is hard to recognize that the defender is not ready for this one, but he sees Baked Potato, knows that he's facing the wrong.
Leviathan puts us into the corner, and so does CJM. Is anyone there in the center? No, instead it's Kaka who passes it to Sprat. The shot is off target, but Ghost is there for the follow-up, and it'll find the top right corner. Sheesh, after enduring a little bit of offensive pressure themselves, will turn this one around and put themselves up 2-0.
Such a good shot.
Just going to try and play this one from midfield here. Leviathan with a slow play in the corner wants to get a pass out, but awkward position and all around, but CJM will still find the shot. Despite the chaos, CJP find themselves an opportunity and look to push us to overtime.
It took him 20 seconds to get the 2 goals.
I will say, a phenomenal save out of Kaka. If they had come in even a half a second later and at a weirder angle, there's no way they make that save, but somehow they're in the right place at the right time.
No.
And so was Baked Potato, but he puts it wide. The first save there was phenomenal, but it needed to be a better follow-up shot, and this time they will find it. Leviathan puts in the first of the game after a plethora of shots from CJP.
And Kaka really took the bait of CJ.
Oh my word! I'm losing years off my life right now because of the stress that I'm having.
Oh.
But then CJM does that, so apparently it is all for naught. She's got an easy goal on one end, and then CJP bring themselves back into it with a phenomenal 50-50 in front of them. Taking down the barrel of a gun on repeat here, but somehow they survive every single time.
So many chances. Although Sprat has the flick, he's got it over the top, and he's got himself into the grand final. What were we saying? OTs just go to Sheesh, and Sprat given a little bit of room. Baked Potato was snipped.
I'm just waiting. I want to see that one banger play that can almost guarantee the shot. This could be the one. Mind Freak have a very awkward Sheesh defense, but similarly, they've got an awkward offense, but the awkward defense is going to be the one to fall first. Requiem with a pretty standard shot, but it finds its way into the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, Requiem was facing backwards for the start of that play. A lot of demos taking out members of Mind Freak. That time, Mind Freak do get a little bit of a revenge, but the miss from Cobo is going to slow down the attack enough. Oh, no, not enough. It's just such a good shot that even with 3 players who had the time to get back into the net because of that miss, were not able to get to the save.
Kaka wants to try and prove me wrong as they have a whiff out at midfield here. But unfortunately, I think that's going to result in the end of the offense. And actually, it's going to result in a Mind-Free counterattack. Shot on target, and Cabo will take the lead for his team.
And that is pure push-up from Mind Freak. So much trust and confidence, knowing that they've already taken 2 players. They got confused on who should score, and that made it go wide.
No.
It's going to go the other end.
No.
Sprat's got a complete open net. Kaka will finish it. It's a 2-goal game. And once again, what should have been a goal at one end turns into a goal at the other.
Yeah, this is the theme of the day right now. It's really the count.
Resolved with Requiem being the first up to the ball. Well played by Zaid. He's read that miles in front of the goal. How does Zaid understand that that ball is about to go to the wall?
Oh my word. Requiem recognizes this one early, knows the save's coming, and selects the word. The more missed opportunities they have, the less time they have to try and make this comeback in. As Cabo tries to go for the double touch and does get it. It's looking like that's going to be that. 34 seconds left in a 3-goal deficit. Not quite sure if Sheesh has the time to make this one back. Maybe Sprat can do something here. No hesitation once again. We're starting to see another trend here that I'm not necessarily a huge fan of, Yumi. I like that. The passing plays are a lot better. I was about to say Sheesh trying for a lot of solo dribbles here, but the minute they switch it up and they find their first goal.
So smart as well. Oh no, Zaid! I didn't see it, but he goes off the post. Oh, if he'd stayed on the ground, he would have been perfectly fine, but because he was in the air, there's no chance of getting the save. It was a really genius play coming out from Sprat to pass it back directly across, knowing that his team had the space. Great bump as well. Sprat will get the goal, but that was an aerial bump to set it up.
That was phenomenal play from everyone off of Sheesh, and they're starting to find that flow that we had asked to see earlier here. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit different than what we had expected at Mind Freak. Maybe they're getting a little bit of jitters here because they are on to their game point. This is their chance to close out the series, so maybe they're getting a bit too into their own head because despite multiple players on the back end there, no one seems to go for the ball effectively, and it's an easy goal for Sheesh.
Yeah, I mean, the only person that may be nervous, I'd say, on this pitch could be... So a chance goes the way of Kaka this time. They get it the other end. It's going to be low boost here for Mind Freak given the situation, but Zaid manages to make the clutch save too. That one goes high. Cobo has to get up to it, but he's too slow. Kaka gets him. He had no boost, and they will get the first goal and likely the game.
Oh, Requiem tries to play that one a little bit aggressively. Knew there wasn't a lot of time left, and had they gotten that touch, very odd play all around. And once again, Mind Freak, I've got to say, it's feeling like their impatience is their downfall here. Yep, once again, Mind Freak, this is not the gameplay we were hoping for. We thought you guys had found your form, but instead it looks like Sheesh are finding their form.
I'm not reading when to go.
Has seemed to completely fade. And so, wait, what? How on? You're kidding me. How are Sheesh still alive? Okay, they're not. Cabo will secure the goal, and we'll move on as Mind Freak find their first.
Oh, I don't even know if that first touch should have been hit by Sheesh. Almost. You could see the respect they had for Requiem too. 2 players went up to try and save the double. That one's insane! From the depth of defeat, they've scored 3 in a row.
I hate to say it, but my oh my Sheesh, you guys are gonna have to look back upon that goal, and I can't believe this. Please tell me no. Okay, I thought Requiem was about to get a backwards goal. Instead, though, Cabo's going to take this one up, and Yumi is looking like the last attack here unless Sheesh can get something together, which they can't. Mind Freak put in the 4th, and I think that's GG's. They're going to walk away with 6 total games.
Oh, you can't really think about it, but you have to wonder how the game...